For my personal project, I wanted to create an apparel brand. Is this thing working? I got this, I'll just do it from here. Recently, I've worked on a clothing brand project for design. And for this personal project, I wanted to explore my creativeness in apparel again, once more. So my product goal was to create an intertwined clothing collection with a variety of apparel and jewelry with many details which are made with high quality materials. And to achieve this, I was hoping to manufacture clothes, design eye-catching apparel and jewelry, understand what is high quality jewelry and apparel, and how to develop a clothing brand in general. My global context and ATO skills were personal and global expression. This is because I will be expressing my ideas, thoughts, perspectives through graphic design and fashion design, and then I'll be linking these ideas to cultures and social groups to make the brand more personal and interesting. My ATO skills I chose were thinking skills, research skills, communication skills, and self-management skills. And my success criteria was to create at least one t-shirt, one piece of jewelry, do a photo shoot with the clothes, and record the entire process and journey through short form video. So now I'm gonna talk about the first piece I designed, the princess shirt, and this was inspired by enlightenment, the idea of enlightenment and different ways religion express that idea. My idea was to combine wireframes seen in like ritual 3D graphics and warp the stripes seen in the pinstripe shirt to create a design of a person trying to escape their material prison to transcend into a higher being. But the meaning of this design was later changed to be AI escaping from their digital prison. And unfortunately, I wasn't able to create this product because I didn't have time and it didn't match my clothing brand theme that I wanted to create at the end. The piece number 2 is the ring, and here's a quick model of what it looks like. And this was supposed to be part of a broader collection called Exile Souls, which featured a hoodie and some jeans and t-shirts. But I decided not to create this collection because it didn't match my theme that I wanted to create at the end. But I still decided to create the ring. So the ring was inspired and referenced by these album covers I created for my music production friend that I met during summer. And I basically redrew these designs I created before into a wearable and ring-like shape, which I then 3D modeled and using Blender, which is a 3D modeling software. Now I want to share this video of me showing like the different sides of what the actual product will look like after being casted in silver. So I wasn't able to cast it in time for this project, but I went to the casting manufacturer for silver jewelry after I 3D printed the model that I made in Blender. And here's some images of that interaction, and that's the final 3D print. The white ring is the final 3D printed ring which I sent off for casting, and this is the guy that I asked to do that process for me, and that should arrive sometime next month. So my third piece is the I Tried It at Home tee. For this piece, I wanted to experiment with different styles, so I decided to use pixel art for this. And I just tested two different types of printing techniques. One was DTF, or direct to film, and one was white toner. I found that the white toner printed the image that I created not properly because it wasn't able to print the exact colors I specified, but DTF was able to achieve that and have that more flexibility in color choice. I also found that white toner was not good at doing pixel art, and it wasn't very precise in how it prints, which left some lines within the print itself, which was very weird. Here's some additional different paintings I did on crows, which was a good way for me to prototype my ideas efficiently and fast. Now I want to talk about my final project, final collection, which was called Crimes Against Humanity. The collection idea was, what if AI turns against humans? So I thought that there will be these androids, which will be the AIs which destroys humanity sometime in the future. So I took inspiration from popular video game and anime franchises as well as movies for this idea, for like this distraction of society due to artificial intelligence. Here's some aesthetics I wanted to go for, which was basically just, I wanted to make my Crowley brand Final Crows to feel like it's part of a video game setting. So I have this PS2 type graphics and like this kind of first person shooter type vibes, as well as I liked the highlights and shadows seen in the image in the right. So I wanted to try to emulate that within this collection. Piece 4 was the jeans. So for the jeans, I wanted to take inspiration from the games, movies, and animes that I like. And here's some of the reference images I used when sketching the jeans. Here's the look of the jeans I wanted to create, the structure of the jeans. I wanted to create these geometric shapes coming out of the main jean structure to make it more geometric and create more depth, which is not seen in jeans, I thought. So these were my sketches. There's a lot of panels and a lot of foam that will be involved when constructing these pair of jeans. So all those geometric shapes which are coming out will be created, filled in with foam and attached to the jeans so that it creates this structure which creates this look of armor, like video game armor, dystopian, end of the world type utility armor, which I wanted to emulate. Here's me creating the wash of the jeans. I used pumice stones and bleach in a washing machine on like a blank black pair of jeans, and then scrape the surface off with sandpaper to reveal the acid wash or worn down look that I wanted to create. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to create the jeans as well because of difficulties in manufacturing. Piece 5 was the necklace. For this, I wanted to use my original character, which is my brand identity, I guess, my personal brand identity, like a personal representation of myself. So this is a character, but I also took inspiration from popular franchises like the Terminator franchise. This is what you see here, where the face of this character is being melted off, showing this metal interior. This was a 3D model I created out of that, following the similar steps I used to create the ring design. So sculpting and adding geometric shapes until it looks good. Here's a short video of me printing the necklace. So to make it wearable, I attached this metal ring onto it before painting it silver. This is just like a broader step-to-step guide of how I did it. I 3D printed it, removed the studs or the base to make it more clean, and then I painted it black first before I painted it silver. And then this image with the actual chain is much later, so the color is worn off. I created some sticker concept arts based on this character as well. This is trying to show when this guy's face was being melted off through the fire. Now I'm gonna talk about the t-shirt. This was my concept for some of the t-shirt design at the beginning. There was this mechanic spider that was supposed to be the main graphic. And I did make this. Actually, it is in display right now outside of the chapel. And it was just a concept art, so I just wanted to move on to develop this design further and make it more video game merchy. So this is the video game merch I'm talking about. So these are some of my favorite video games and like their merch. So this washed out type bloody black t-shirt is the aesthetic I wanted to go for. And the reason why I wanted to create a t-shirt like this also is because of the price recently surging. So these old video game merches usually cost a lot more these days than what it used to be. So I wanted to create a more modern version using my character so that people can get it at a more affordable price with the same quality, hopefully. So then I made this sketch and this 3D model based on the sketch, and which was used in the final t-shirt design. These were some of the concept arts I created for the t-shirt. And this big graphic tee was cool, I thought, but most of these I dropped because it just felt too video game merchy. I wanted to still make it feel like it is a brand, not a video game with a merch. You know, I wanted to make it a clothing brand which features some video game aesthetics. So I scrapped most of these ideas, but I liked the bottom left t-shirt design a lot more, so I developed that design further and kept some of the text. This was the final black t-shirt that I designed, and this was the white t-shirt I designed. I decided to, for my final project, all the designs you see out there are only the black design, and I haven't created the white design yet. Here's some of the mock-ups that I created of my character wearing the t-shirt graphic and the jeans that I couldn't make. So this was basically what I wanted my models when photo shooting kind of look like, with the t-shirt and the jeans on. And this is some of the posters I created to advertise the campaign, but yeah, it's just some simple concept art that I made. Learning from my previous experiences with different printing techniques, I decided I wanted to print my t-shirt with discharge ink. Unlike the previous printing techniques, the discharge ink will not leave any surface texture, leading to a very comfortable and smooth feel when wearing it. But unfortunately, the printing service I was planning to use to do the discharge ink was not able to print my shirts in time. So as a last result, I decided to go to a print shop located in Osaka to print my shirts in person with screen printing. Screen printing is less plasticky than DTF and white toner, but still has some surface texture compared to discharge ink. I decided to use it as a substitute since it is more commonly used in t-shirt manufacturing in general. So I want to show you this quick video of me showing the process of actually printing this t-shirt using screen printing when I went there. はい、OK です。サイズどうします？サイズは横幅が何センチ？今のところ横幅がここで何センチ？ 確か20センチ。I think that's it.
Sold the bulletproof vest cause they stuck dumb and forgot how to propel. To move each other, to move bodies of water. Modern skating across the surface, but wanna give it distorted.
This is gonna be the actual t-shirt that we're gonna print now. I'll be bringing it here. Let's do the final Crimes Against Humanity test. I think it turned out pretty well. So that was pretty cool. So then I planned my photo shoot, which I wanted to go back to the same era as where my clothing brand is supposed to be referencing towards, which is the like Y2K, year 2000, retro PS2 video game aesthetic, which I got these images, which I thought that they matched the theme the best. This is the first look I created. This is just showing the aesthetic and rest of the product. This is the second look. This is more on body and more product shots. And these are some of the product shots I took. And this location was very cool because I found this abandoned type building where they had a bunch of these rubble, which really matched my clothing brand aesthetic, I thought. And yeah, this is the final type t-shirt on the ground photo that I took. So I have some reflections after I did this project. Some of that is I juggled too many collections at once. I tried to do too much, which is why I had a creative block. I couldn't really create my final pieces really as fast as I wanted, which resulted in me not creating the jeans, not creating the pinstripe shirt, that kind of stuff. And so I thought that next time I should choose one collection and stick to it, have a clear vision and just prototype more, because I found that prototyping is much better, and you don't know what the t-shirt actually looks like with the graphic until you actually print it on the t-shirt. So then I found that that was the best way to know if you're happy or not with a design, because I went through so many iterations of this final t-shirt design that's not even funny. I've been doing it like this past year. So then I wish I spent less time trying to do everything else, like doing all these different other collections that I'm not gonna even use. And the reason why I did that is because I couldn't figure out the perfect collection. There was always something missing in my collection where I wanted to create a shirt, but I didn't know what design I should put in because I need to think about the cohesiveness of the collection. For instance, for this collection that I ended up choosing, I already had 2 pieces that I was final and I was happy with, which was the pinstripe shirt and the jeans, which both felt like it could be in the same universe. So both the video game aesthetic could be possible since it is a wireframe and the jeans are inspired by video game warfare. But to create this t-shirt, it took a lot more time because I just wanted to create the look of the t-shirt, less video game merchy, and I also wanted to like make it simple and easy to wear, but also grungy, but not too grungy and not too video game merchy and not too much text. And I just was thinking about too much, and I wish I chose what I wanted to do at the beginning and just stuck to it and then do everything. Then in that case, I would have probably finished this project much more sooner. The future plan for this clothing brand or this collection is I'll be creating my t-shirt design with discharge ink, like I was first planning to. I will get the rings delivered soon, and I will create more of my necklaces. And hopefully I could learn how to create the jeans that I wanted to use as a signature piece for my brand. Yeah, so that is all for my presentation. Thank you for listening. If you're interested in purchasing or looking at any of the products, the lookbook is also outside and you can see like all the images for these black sideshows, the photo shoot sideshows out there, as well as the rings, and you can like wear them. All the rings are like basically useless because I already submitted my main ones, so you could wear them and I won't mind. So, and like feel free to like wear the other t-shirts as well. Thank you.